Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday live. Hope everybody's doing good. So for the people who are new, we are going live here every Wednesday at 12 Eastern, and we're bringing different subjects to the table. And today I wanted to bring the subject of receiving your intrinsic fire. I was inspired this morning by, I was speaking with a client, and she was naming some kind of situation she was having at work and how she got angry about some things and she had to disconnect from the relationship to be able to take space for herself. But she felt really conflicted inside of herself because she felt that she just didn't know how to deal with a situation where she felt her boundaries were trespassed, and where she felt that her emotions took over, and where she was actually judging herself for having to disconnect and not knowing really how to get out of this situation. So feeling her in, we went right away into the judgments that all of us, or that most of us women, have around our fire energy. And the fire energy is judged for many reasons inside of us. We are so afraid, most of us, of being in conflicts, especially in relationships. We are afraid also of using this fire in a way that is going to be perceived as being aggressive or being too powerful. And it has been tainted, our fire has been tainted by many different subjects that I'm not going to get into right now, but I really want to bring our attention to receiving the fire energy and how important it is to honor this fire energy. So before, a few weeks ago, I did the post-summit workshop, and it was more with the water energy. And I'm going to bring in more the fire energy, in the sense that both are required to co-create together. So the water and the fire, those are two energies that we are naturally connected to. And the fire is very important to, in this case, to bring clarity. The fire is very important to create clear boundaries and to express true needs in the relationship and in the situation. So the anger that she was feeling, for example, was holding potential. It was fiery. And if we take the process, let's say that there's a situation and we are being triggered and we are starting to be angry, right away, there's two choices. Are we judging anger and repressing it and disconnecting, or we are honoring anger and realizing that behind the anger, there's actually fire, and there's this energy that is actually telling us something needs to be addressed in the situation. Something needs to be structured in a new way, so our authentic self is heard and can be expressing itself. So when anger comes in, the first question to ask yourself is, what is happening in the situation that is not in alignment with me? What is the need inside of myself that is actually knocking at the door and that wants to be addressed? What are the boundaries that are being trespassed and that most of the time I'm not honoring? Those are cues for you to, when a situation like this happens, I call it zoom out. And it's not easy to do it in the situation. So sometimes we do have to take distance and reflect and take that space and zoom out and look at it from a conscious perspective, and look at it like a movie. Watch it like it was a movie and see what needs to be addressed. Because I can guarantee that behind the emotion, there's something that is knocking at the door for you to be more authentic. The fire is pushing for you to put in place the structures, the new structures, for you to appear and to grow and to go deeper, in this case, in the relationship. And this is applicable with yourself too. So sometimes we are always in relationships, but the conflict always starts inside of us. So if we have been used to avoid conflict, to not really listen to our true needs, to not really be clear with even expectations, to not express what we truly believe, what's going to happen when the anger is going to come and the judge is going to come is that we're going to start repressing this, and we're going to enter mechanisms like and that I call this disconnection, because we're going to be starting to be more putting a smile and making things look that like they're fine, but underneath, in our inner world, something else is happening, and the fire is still boiling and boiling. And when we press it, this fire actually is going to turn out to be more apathy and stagnations. Those are symptoms. They're going to turn out to be confusion, not understanding what's happening. We're going to disconnect from our voice, our authentic voice, and ultimately our gifts. And this week, the last week, was about showing up in our gifts, and we're going to keep on going. We're flowing with all of this. But once we start taking that fire, and instead of putting it into distraction, but using it into appearing, into creating structures for ourselves to appear more authentically and go deeper in relationships, you're going to notice that that you're going to have a lot more energy. This fire is going to start penetrating your body. It's going to start filling your body, activating your cells, and it's going to give you direction. It's going to push you forward. So there's huge consequences in taking our fire, judging it as aggressive, as too much, as too powerful, as conflictual, and all those judgments that we have learned to put on top of the fire. But when the fire exists and that we honor it, it actually has a purpose of creating structure, what we can call maybe the masculine principle inside the body. I don't like to tag too much, but because we are in a feminine container or woman container, and we speak often about the feminine principle, well, both are required. The feminine will rise in her essence and will start showing her perfume, and the masculine structure, which is not men and women, let's be clear on this, it's feminine and masculine that we all have inside. The masculine is naturally gonna start revolving around this feminine principle to put the structure in place for the gifts to be shared to the outside world. And this starts inside. So it's very, very important to prepare the body to receive this fire. First, by removing those layers of judgments, but also viscerally, like the body itself, the cells themselves, to have space. So when the fire gets released from the body, because we are addressing something very authentic and true, there's space for integration in the body. And then the fire has that space to fill the body, and the nervous system has built that resiliency to absorb this fire energy that's going to push the body forward and ensure also that the nervous system is grounded so we don't burn in the process. I heard so many women lately say that, okay, I have gifts, now I'm ready, I want to start sharing, but I'm scared. I'm scared to be seen. I'm scared to burn myself out. I'm scared to be overworked. I'm scared to be judged as aggressive. I'm scared to be seen as too powerful. And all of those are valid. They are valid based on where we come from, but they don't need to be like this. So I really wanted to bring in the subject of receiving our fire, because we have worked a lot with water, and the next steps are going to be more with fire. I'm going to be creating a workshop soon around receiving our fire. Intrinsic Fire is going to probably be a free workshop where you're all welcome. If you're interested, just put yes underneath the video, and I'll make sure that you are kept in the loop for this. But meanwhile, look at the situation you have with the relationship you have with your intrinsic fire. And I'm bringing this push energy today in the call on purpose to activate this inside, and to see right away inside your body as you're watching this video, what are the inner judgments that are coming out. What part of your body is being activated? What does it trigger you, or what does it make you desire more? Does it open you up in curiosity, or do you right away want to take the fire inside that is being activated and say, no, it's not for me, I don't want this? And this is also totally valid, but it's really just an opportunity to see what's your relationship with fire, which is the relationship with consistent action, which is the relationship with building structures and systems around your gifts. And it's also how you receive the fire as it wakes up in your body, because it really starts like this. So this is really what I wanted to bring in today. How can we honor the fire? How can we trust that it's here to bring clarity, to put clear boundaries, to honor our needs, and that it's really at the end of the day required. It is required for us to have better relationships, for us to show up and hold space for other people also. Most of you in here are very, very interested in activating your gifts and being the authentic woman you are, and also activating your gifts and sharing your gifts to the world. And this is why I'm bridging all of this together here. And it was all stemmed by a conversation I had this morning around fire and the importance of honoring the energy behind anger. All right, so that's really what I wanted to say. I'm looking, I had taken a bit of notes here and there. Watch yourselves this week as your fire wants to kick in, and ask yourself, what structure is it wanting me to create? And give it space to exist, and be curious. Be curious, and also have gratitude for that fire. Have a lot of gratitude for that fire, because with it, it brings a lot more aliveness in our lives, and it makes us break what we call the status quo, and it makes us break also the systems in which we are in and that are not necessarily suitable for what we for our growth and for where we want to be going. Okay, so many blessings to all, and leave your comments and put yes down below if you want to be kept posted about this workshop that's going to be coming in the next week. All right, much love.